Foundations of Healthy Aging. Redefining the journey. For centuries, humanity has sought the elusive fountain of youth. While immortality remains firmly in the realm of fantasy, the quest for a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life is a very real and increasingly attainable goal. We are living in an era where understanding the aging process is no longer a mystery shrouded in folklore, but a field illuminated by cutting-edge science. This video delves into the foundations of healthy aging, exploring the biological mechanisms at play, debunking common myths, and offering actionable insights to empower you to navigate the aging journey with vitality and grace. Redefining aging. Myths versus reality. Aging, the very word, often conjures up images of decline, frailty, and a waning of life's zest. Society, often obsessed with youth, perpetuates narratives that paint aging as a negative trajectory. However, this perspective is increasingly challenged by scientific understanding and a growing movement towards positive aging. It's time to dismantle the myths and embrace the reality of what aging truly means. One pervasive myth is that aging is synonymous with inevitable disease and disability. While the risk of certain conditions does increase with age, this is not a predetermined fate. Many individuals live long, healthy lives, remaining active and engaged well into their later years. The reality is that a significant portion of what we attribute to aging is actually influenced by lifestyle choices, environmental factors, and genetic predispositions rather than age alone. Another misconception is that mental and physical decline are unavoidable consequences of getting older. While some changes are natural, significant cognitive impairment and physical frailty are not inevitable. Maintaining mental acuity and physical strength through lifelong learning, exercise, and healthy habits is crucial for thriving as we age. Aging is not a disease. Embracing biological versus societal narratives. It's critical to understand that aging itself is not a disease. It is a natural, complex, and multifaceted biological process, a gradual unfolding of life. Viewing aging as a disease pathologizes a universal experience, fostering fear and negativity. Instead, we should shift our perspective to appreciate the biological narrative of aging as a stage of life with its own unique strengths and possibilities. Society often frames aging through a lens of loss of youth, beauty, and perceived productivity. This societal narrative can be incredibly damaging, contributing to ageism, self-deprecation, and a sense of diminished value. In contrast, the biological narrative emphasizes adaptation, resilience, and the accumulation of wisdom and experience. Our bodies are not simply breaking down with age. They are constantly adapting and responding to the cumulative effects of time and our environment. By embracing this biological perspective, we can move away from fear-based societal narratives and towards a proactive and empowering approach to healthy aging. This involves understanding the biological processes at play and making conscious choices to support our bodies as they navigate the aging journey. The Blue Zones phenomenon, lessons from longevity hotspots. Perhaps the most compelling evidence for the power of lifestyle in healthy aging comes from the Blue Zones. These are regions around the world where people live significantly longer and healthier lives than average. Dan Buettner, in his groundbreaking research, identified 5 blue zones: Ikaria, Greece; Okinawa, Japan; Sardinia, Italy; Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica, and Loma Linda, California, USA. Studying these populations reveals profound insights into the foundations of longevity. While geographically and culturally diverse, blue zones share several common denominators that contribute to their exceptional health spans. Movement is natural and integral to daily life. Blue zone inhabitants aren't necessarily gym-goers. Instead, they incorporate movement throughout their day through activities like gardening, walking, and manual labor. Purpose and a strong sense of community are vital. Knowing your purpose and feeling connected to others provides meaning and reduces stress. Plant-based diets are dominant. While not strictly vegetarian, blue zone diets are rich in fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains, with moderate consumption of meat and fish. Stress management is prioritized. Blue zoners have routines to shed stress, whether it's taking naps, praying, or spending time with loved ones. Strong family and social connections are deeply ingrained. Close-knit communities and family support systems provide emotional well-being and resilience. The blue zones provide a powerful, real-world blueprint for healthy aging, emphasizing that lifestyle, not just genetics, plays a dominant role in longevity and vitality. The biology of aging. Understanding the biology of aging is crucial for developing evidence-based strategies to promote healthy aging. While the process is incredibly complex, scientists have identified key cellular and molecular mechanisms that contribute to the aging phenotype. Cellular senescence, telomeres, and oxidative stress. Cellular senescence is a process where cells lose their ability to divide and function optimally. These senescent cells accumulate with age and can release inflammatory molecules, contributing to age-related diseases. Telomeres are protective caps at the ends of chromosomes that shorten with each cell division. Shortened telomeres are associated with cellular aging and increased risk of age-related diseases. Oxidative stress, an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants in the body, damages cells and contributes to aging processes. These three interconnected processes are central players in the biological aging landscape. Factors like chronic inflammation, poor diet, stress, and lack of physical activity can accelerate these processes, while healthy lifestyle choices can mitigate their impact. Epigenetics. How lifestyle influences gene expression. While our genes provide the blueprint for our bodies, epigenetics reveals that our lifestyle and environment can profoundly influence how these genes are expressed. Epigenetic modifications, like DNA methylation and histone modifications, can switch genes on or off, affecting everything from cellular function to disease susceptibility. This is a powerful concept because it means that our choices, what we eat, how we move, how we manage stress, can directly influence our gene expression and consequently our aging trajectory. For example, studies have shown that chronic stress can lead to epigenetic changes that increase inflammation and accelerate aging. Conversely, a diet rich in antioxidants and phytonutrients can support healthy gene expression patterns associated with longevity and disease prevention. Epigenetics underscores the profound impact of lifestyle on our biological age and the potential to influence our health span through conscious choices. The role of inflammation. Inflammation is a vital part of the body's immune response, helping us fight infections and heal injuries. However, when inflammation becomes chronic and low-grade, termed chronic inflammation, it can become a silent saboteur of healthy aging. Chronic inflammation as the silent ager. Chronic inflammation is increasingly recognized as a major driver of age-related diseases like cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, and certain cancers. It's a silent ager because it often operates without noticeable symptoms in its early stages, gradually damaging tissues and organs over time. Factors contributing to chronic inflammation include poor diet, especially processed foods, sugary drinks, and unhealthy fats, lack of physical activity, chronic stress, environmental toxins, and gut dysbiosis, imbalance in gut bacteria. Reducing chronic inflammation is therefore a cornerstone of healthy aging strategies, anti-inflammatory diets, and habits. Adopting an anti-inflammatory lifestyle is a powerful way to mitigate the detrimental effects of chronic inflammation and promote healthy aging. This includes anti-inflammatory diet. Emphasize whole, unprocessed foods, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and healthy fats like olive oil and omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish, flax seeds, and walnuts. Limit processed foods, sugary drinks, refined carbohydrates, and unhealthy saturated and trans fats. Regular physical activity. Exercise helps to reduce inflammation and improve overall metabolic health. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic activity per week, along with muscle strengthening exercises. Stress management. Chronic stress fuels inflammation. Practice stress-reducing techniques like mindfulness, meditation, yoga, deep breathing exercises, or spending time in nature. Prioritize sleep. Adequate sleep is crucial for regulating inflammation and supporting overall health. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Maintain a healthy gut microbiome. A balanced gut microbiome plays a significant role in regulating inflammation. Consume prebiotic-rich foods like onions, garlic, oats, and bananas, and probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, kefir, and fermented vegetables to support gut health. Avoid smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. These habits are pro-inflammatory and accelerate aging. By understanding the foundations of healthy aging, from debunking myths to embracing the biology and mitigating chronic inflammation, we can move beyond passive acceptance of aging and actively cultivate a future filled with vitality, health, and purpose. It's not about stopping the clock, but about making the most of the time we have, living each year with intention, and maximizing our potential for a long and fulfilling life. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis.
Pillars of longevity, nourishing body and mind for a vibrant life. Yes, the quest for a longer, healthier life is as old as humanity itself. While the fountain of youth remains a myth, scientific advancements and a deeper understanding of the human body have unveiled real, actionable strategies to not only extend our years, but more importantly, to enhance the quality of those years. This isn't about chasing immortality, but about embracing a lifestyle that supports vitality, resilience, and joy well into our later decades. This journey towards longevity is built upon several key pillars, interconnected habits that nurture both our physical and mental well-being. Let's explore these pillars and discover how to integrate them into our lives for a future brimming with health and vitality. Nutrition for lifelong health. Food is more than just fuel. It's the building blocks of our cells, the engine of our energy, and a powerful modulator of our health trajectory. For longevity, what we eat plays a pivotal role. The Mediterranean diet and other evidence-based eating patterns. The Mediterranean diet, consistently lauded by health experts, isn't a restrictive diet, but rather a way of eating rooted in the traditional cuisines of countries bordering the Mediterranean Sea. It's characterized by a high intake of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and olive oil, moderate consumption of fish and poultry, and limited red meat and processed foods. This dietary pattern isn't just about specific foods. It's about a balanced approach that prioritizes whole, unprocessed ingredients and healthy fats. Numerous studies have linked the Mediterranean diet to a reduced risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers, and neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's. Its rich antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, stemming from the abundance of plant-based foods, are thought to be key to its longevity-promoting effects. Beyond the Mediterranean diet, other evidence-based eating patterns share similar principles. The DASH dietary approaches to stop hypertension. Diet focuses on lowering blood pressure through similar food choices, while plant-based diets, ranging from vegetarian to vegan, also emphasize fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. The common thread is a focus on nutrient-dense, minimally processed foods, steering clear of excessive sugar, unhealthy fats, and processed meats. Choosing an eating pattern that aligns with these principles is a foundational step towards lifelong health. Superfoods for brain and heart health: berries, nuts, fatty fish, and leafy greens. While a balanced dietary pattern is crucial, certain superfoods stand out for their concentrated benefits, particularly for brain and heart health, two critical components of longevity. Berries, packed with antioxidants called anthocyanins, berries like blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries have been shown to improve cognitive function, protect against age-related memory decline, and reduce the risk of heart disease. Their vibrant colors are a testament to their potent disease-fighting compounds. Nuts, almonds, walnuts, pecans, and other nuts are nutritional powerhouses, rich in healthy fats, fiber, and protein. Studies have linked nut consumption to improved heart health, reduced risk of type 2 diabetes, and even enhanced brain function. Walnuts, in particular, are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, beneficial for brain health. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, and tuna are excellent sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These essential fats are crucial for brain development and function, reducing inflammation and protecting against heart disease. Aim for at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, collard greens, and romaine lettuce are loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. They are particularly rich in folate, vitamin K, and lutein, nutrients vital for brain health and protecting against age-related macular degeneration, an eye condition that can impair vision. Incorporating these superfoods into your daily meals and snacks is a delicious and effective way to boost your nutrient intake and support both brain and heart health. Hydration hacks: why water is your anti-aging elixir. Often overlooked, hydration is fundamental to virtually every bodily function, including energy production, nutrient transport, waste removal, and temperature regulation. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, headaches, impaired cognitive function, and even exacerbate chronic conditions. For longevity, staying adequately hydrated is non-negotiable. Water acts as a natural, anti-aging elixir by maintaining cellular hydration, keeping skin supple, and supporting optimal organ function. As we age, our thirst mechanism can become less sensitive, making it even more important to consciously prioritize water intake. Hydration hacks. Carry a reusable water bottle. Keep it visible as a constant reminder to sip throughout the day. Set reminders. Use phone apps or alarms to prompt you to drink water at regular intervals. Infuse your water. Add slices of lemon, cucumber, berries, or mint for flavor and added antioxidants. Eat water-rich foods. Fruits like watermelon and vegetables like cucumbers and celery contribute to your daily fluid intake. Listen to your body. Pay attention to thirst cues and drink before you feel parched. Drink before meals. A glass of water before meals can aid digestion and promote satiety. Aim for at least 8 glasses of water per day, adjusting for activity levels, climate, and individual needs. Proper hydration is a simple yet profoundly impactful habit for lifelong health. Movement as medicine. Our bodies are designed to move. Sedentary lifestyles contribute significantly to chronic diseases and accelerated aging. Embracing regular physical activity is not just about fitness, it's about investing in your longevity. Strength training, preserving muscle mass after 40. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, is a significant concern as we get older. It can lead to decreased mobility, increased risk of falls, and metabolic slowdown. Strength training, also known as resistance training, is the antidote. Engaging in regular strength training, using weights, resistance bands, or even bodyweight exercises, helps preserve and even build muscle mass at any age. It also improves bone density, boosts metabolism, and enhances overall functional capacity. After 40, strength training becomes even more crucial for maintaining independence and vitality. Simple strength training exercises. Squats, work legs and glutes, body weight or weighted. Push-ups, chest, shoulders, and triceps, modified on knees if needed. Lunges, legs and balance, forward, backward, or side lunges. Plank, core strength, hold for 30-60 seconds. Rows, back muscles, using resistance bands or weights. Aim for strength training sessions at least 2 to 3 times per week, focusing on major muscle groups. Consistency is key. Even short, regular sessions can make a significant difference. Cardiovascular exercise, boosting heart health and brain plasticity. Cardiovascular exercise, or cardio, elevates your heart rate and breathing, strengthening your cardiovascular system. Activities like brisk walking, jogging, swimming, cycling, and dancing are excellent choices. Cardio is vital for heart health, reducing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure. Beyond heart health, cardio also has profound benefits for brain health. It promotes neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. This is crucial for maintaining cognitive function, memory, and learning abilities as we age. Cardio also boosts blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients essential for brain health. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity cardio, or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity cardio per week, or a combination of both. Find activities you enjoy to make exercise sustainable and enjoyable. Balance and flexibility, yoga, tai chi, and fall prevention. Balance and flexibility are often underestimated components of longevity, yet they are crucial for maintaining mobility, preventing falls, and supporting overall physical function, especially as we age. Falls are a leading cause of injury in older adults, and impaired balance and flexibility are significant risk factors. Practices like yoga and tai chi are excellent for improving both balance and flexibility. Yoga incorporates various poses that challenge balance and stretch muscles, while Tai Chi is a gentle, flowing martial art known for its balance-enhancing and stress-reducing benefits. Benefits of yoga and Tai Chi. Improved balance. Strengthens core muscles and improves proprioception, body awareness. Increased flexibility. Stretches muscles and increases range of motion. Stress reduction. Promotes relaxation and mindfulness. Fall prevention. Reduces the risk of falls and fall-related injuries. Incorporating yoga or Tai Chi into your routine, even for short sessions a few times a week, can significantly improve balance, flexibility, and overall well-being, contributing to a longer and more active life. The mind-body connection. Longevity isn't just about physical health. It's deeply intertwined with our mental and emotional well-being. The mind and body are not separate entities, but rather interconnected systems that profoundly influence each other. Stress management. Cortisol's role in accelerating aging. Chronic stress is a silent but potent accelerator of aging. When we experience stress, our bodies release cortisol, the stress hormone. While short-term cortisol release is adaptive, chronic elevation of cortisol levels can have detrimental effects on health, contributing to accelerated aging. Cortisol can damage cells and DNA, contributing to cellular aging. Weakened immune system. Chronic stress suppresses immune function, making us more susceptible to illness. Increased risk of chronic diseases. Stress is linked to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and mental health conditions. Cognitive decline. Chronic stress can impair memory and cognitive function. Effective stress management is therefore crucial for longevity. This isn't about eliminating stress entirely, which is often unrealistic, but about developing healthy coping mechanisms and reducing chronic stress exposure. Stress management techniques. Mindfulness and meditation calms the nervous system and reduces cortisol levels. Deep breathing exercises, quick and effective for reducing stress in the moment. Regular exercise releases endorphins and reduces stress hormones. Social connection. Spending time with loved ones provides support and reduces stress. Hobbies and relaxation. Engaging in enjoyable activities helps to unwind and de-stress. Prioritize sleep. Adequate sleep is essential for stress resilience. Mindfulness and meditation. Rewiring the brain for resilience. Mindfulness and meditation are powerful tools for stress management and enhancing mental well-being. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment, while meditation encompasses various techniques to train attention and cultivate mental clarity and emotional regulation. Regular mindfulness and meditation practice can literally rewire the brain, strengthening neural pathways associated with resilience, emotional control, and positive emotions, while weakening those associated with stress and anxiety. Benefits of mindfulness and meditation. Stress reduction lowers cortisol levels and promotes relaxation. Improved emotional regulation enhances ability to manage emotions and respond to stress calmly. Increased focus and attention improves concentration and cognitive function. Enhanced self-awareness fosters a deeper understanding of thoughts and emotions. Greater resilience builds mental and emotional fortitude to cope with challenges. Start with short mindfulness or meditation sessions of just 5–10 minutes per day, gradually increasing duration as you become more comfortable. Numerous guided meditation apps and online resources are available to support your practice. Cognitive exercises, Sudoku versus learning a language, what works? Keeping our minds sharp is as important as keeping our bodies strong for longevity. Cognitive exercises, or brain training, are designed to challenge and stimulate our cognitive abilities, such as memory, attention, and processing speed. While popular brain training apps and games like Sudoku have their place, research suggests that the most effective cognitive exercises are those that are novel, complex, and engaging, and involve learning new skills. Effective cognitive exercises. Learning a new language challenges multiple cognitive domains, including memory, attention, and problem-solving. Playing a musical instrument engages auditory, motor, and cognitive skills simultaneously. Creative pursuits, painting, writing, dancing, and other creative activities stimulate different parts of the brain. Puzzles that require spatial reasoning, jigsaw puzzles, 3D puzzles, and strategy games. Social interaction, engaging in stimulating conversations and social activities keeps the mind active. Choose cognitive exercises that you find enjoyable and challenging. The key is consistent mental stimulation and pushing your cognitive boundaries. Learning new things throughout life keeps the brain plastic and resilient. Sleep, the ultimate reset. Sleep is not just downtime. It's a fundamental biological necessity, a period of profound restoration and repair for both body and mind. Adequate, quality sleep is essential for longevity. The science of sleep cycles and melatonin. Sleep is regulated by complex biological processes, including sleep cycles and the hormone melatonin. Sleep cycles consist of different stages, including light sleep, deep sleep, and REM, rapid eye movement, sleep. Deep sleep is crucial for physical restoration, while REM sleep is vital for memory consolidation and emotional processing. Melatonin, often called the sleep hormone, is produced by the pineal gland in response to darkness. It helps regulate the sleep-wake cycle and promote sleepiness. Exposure to artificial light, especially blue light from electronic devices, can suppress melatonin production and disrupt sleep. Chronic sleep deprivation can have serious consequences for health, including increased risk of chronic diseases. Sleep deprivation is linked to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and mental health disorders. Impaired cognitive function. Sleep loss affects memory, attention, and decision-making. Weakened immune system. Sleep deprivation compromises immune function. Accelerated aging. Chronic sleep loss can contribute to cellular aging and premature aging. Prioritizing sleep is not a luxury. It's a non-negotiable investment in your long-term health and longevity. Tips for overcoming insomnia and improving sleep quality. Insomnia, or difficulty falling or staying asleep, is a common problem that can significantly impact sleep quality. Fortunately, numerous strategies can improve sleep and overcome insomnia. Tips for better sleep. Establish a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends, to regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Wind down in the hours before bed with calming activities like reading, taking a warm bath, or listening to relaxing music. Optimize your sleep environment. Ensure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Limit screen time before bed. Avoid electronic devices for at least an hour before bed to minimize blue light exposure. Limit caffeine and alcohol. Avoid caffeine and alcohol, especially in the afternoon and evening, as they can disrupt sleep. Regular exercise. Regular physical activity promotes better sleep, but avoid strenuous exercise close to bedtime. Manage stress. Practice stress management techniques throughout the day to reduce bedtime anxiety. Consider a sleep supplement. If needed, consider melatonin supplements or magnesium. Consult with a healthcare professional first. Implementing these sleep hygiene practices can significantly improve sleep quality and overcome insomnia, paving the way for better health and longevity. In conclusion, longevity is not about a single magic bullet, but rather the synergistic effect of adopting a holistic lifestyle encompassing nutrition, movement, mind-body connection, and sleep. By embracing these pillars of longevity, we can actively shape our health trajectory and cultivate a future filled with vitality, resilience, and joy for years to come. This journey is not about perfection, but about consistent, mindful choices that nourish our body and mind, allowing us to live longer, healthier, and more fulfilling lives. It's within our reach to build our own pillars of longevity, one healthy habit at a time. Preventive care and modern science, charting a course for longevity and well-being. In an era dominated by reactive healthcare, where treatments often begin after illness strikes, the paradigm is shifting towards a more proactive and empowering approach: preventive care. Modern science is no longer just about treating disease. It's about understanding the intricate mechanisms of aging and equipping individuals with tools to not just extend their lifespan, but more importantly, enhance their health span, the period of life spent in good health. This article delves into the key pillars of preventive care informed by cutting-edge science, from essential screenings and hormonal balance to emerging trends in longevity, offering a roadmap to navigate the journey towards a healthier, longer life. Screenings and checkups, your proactive health toolkit. Regular screenings and checkups are the foundational stones of preventive care. They act as early warning systems, allowing for the detection of potential health issues before they escalate into serious problems. Moving beyond basic annual physicals, modern preventive care emphasizes targeted screenings tailored to individual risk factors and age groups. For instance, bone density scans, DEXA scans become increasingly crucial as we age, particularly for women postmenopause. Osteoporosis, characterized by weakened bones, silently progresses until a fracture occurs. Early detection through bone density scans allows for timely interventions like lifestyle modifications, calcium and vitamin D supplementation, and medications to strengthen bones and prevent debilitating fractures. Similarly, colonoscopies, recommended starting at age 45 for individuals at average risk, are vital for colorectal cancer prevention. This screening procedure allows for the detection and removal of precancerous polyps, significantly reducing the risk of developing this often deadly cancer. The age of initiation and frequency might vary based on family history and individual risk factors, highlighting the importance of personalized preventive care. Beyond organ-specific screenings, understanding your biomarkers provides a deeper insight into your overall health landscape. Biomarkers are measurable indicators that reflect the state of your body. Cholesterol, a well-established biomarker, remains a critical aspect of cardiovascular health assessment. Beyond just total cholesterol, understanding the breakdown into LDL, bad cholesterol, HDL, good cholesterol, and triglycerides is essential in assessing heart disease risk. Lifestyle modifications, and when necessary, medications can be employed to optimize cholesterol levels. C-reactive protein, CRP, is another important biomarker, indicating inflammation levels in the body. Chronic inflammation is increasingly recognized as a key driver of many age-related diseases, including heart disease, cancer, and Alzheimer's. Elevated CRP can signal underlying inflammatory processes that need further investigation and management through lifestyle adjustments or targeted therapies. Vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin, is more than just essential for bone health. It plays a crucial role in immune function, muscle strength, and even mental well-being. Vitamin D deficiency is widespread, and routine blood tests can identify deficiencies, allowing for supplementation to optimize levels and potentially reduce the risk of various health issues. Understanding and monitoring these biomarkers empowers individuals and healthcare providers to make informed decisions about lifestyle interventions and targeted preventive strategies. Hormonal health, navigating the shifting sands. Hormones are powerful chemical messengers that regulate virtually every bodily function. As we age, hormonal landscapes naturally shift, leading to distinct phases like menopause in women and andropause in men. Understanding these hormonal transitions and their implications is crucial for preventive care. Menopause, marking the end of menstruation in women, is characterized by a significant decline in estrogen and progesterone levels. This hormonal shift can trigger a range of symptoms, including hot flashes, sleep disturbances, vaginal dryness, and mood changes. Long-term consequences can include increased risk of osteoporosis and cardiovascular disease. Andropause, sometimes referred to as male menopause, is a less dramatic but equally significant hormonal change in men involving a gradual decline in testosterone levels. Symptoms may include fatigue, decreased libido, muscle loss, and mood changes. While less abrupt than menopause, andropause can impact quality of life and contribute to age-related health issues. Thyroid health is equally vital throughout life. The thyroid gland produces hormones regulating metabolism, energy levels, and mood. Both hypothyroidism, underactive thyroid, and hyperthyroidism, overactive thyroid, become more prevalent with age and can significantly impact overall well-being. Regular thyroid function tests, especially for individuals with family history or symptoms, are important for early detection and management. The topic of hormone replacement therapy, HRT, remains a subject of ongoing debate. For women experiencing significant menopausal symptoms, HRT can effectively alleviate discomfort and potentially offer protection against osteoporosis and cardiovascular disease in certain populations. However, earlier studies raised concerns about increased risks of breast cancer and stroke associated with certain types of HRT. Modern HRT approaches often involve lower doses, bioidentical hormones, and individualized risk-benefit assessments, making it a more nuanced and personalized decision. Similarly, testosterone replacement therapy, TRT, for men with diagnosed andropause and clinically low testosterone levels, can improve symptoms and potentially offer benefits for muscle mass, bone density, and libido. However, potential risks and benefits need careful consideration and discussion with a healthcare provider. The current understanding of HRT and TRT emphasizes personalized approaches, considering individual risk profiles, symptom severity, and utilizing the lowest effective doses for the shortest duration possible. Emerging trends in longevity, pushing the boundaries of healthy aging. Beyond traditional preventive measures, modern science is exploring exciting new frontiers in longevity, focusing on interventions that target the fundamental processes of aging. Senolytics are a class of drugs that selectively eliminate senescent cells, zombie cells that accumulate with age. These cells, while no longer dividing, release inflammatory signals that contribute to tissue damage and age-related diseases. Early research, primarily in animal models, suggests senolytics can extend lifespan and improve health span by clearing out senescent cells and reducing chronic inflammation. Human trials are underway, exploring the potential of senolytics to combat age-related conditions like frailty and osteoarthritis. Intermittent fasting, is a dietary approach that cycles between periods of eating and voluntary fasting on a regular schedule. Research suggests can offer a range of health benefits, including improved insulin sensitivity, weight management, cellular repair, and potentially even extended lifespan in animal models. Different protocols exist, ranging from time-restricted eating, limiting eating to a specific window each day, to periodic prolonged fasting. While more research is needed to fully understand its long-term effects in humans, is gaining traction as a potentially powerful lifestyle intervention for healthy aging. NAD+ boosters are supplements that aim to increase levels of nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, NAD+, a crucial coenzyme involved in numerous cellular processes, including energy production and DNA repair. NAD+ levels naturally decline with age, contributing to cellular dysfunction and age-related diseases. Supplements like nicotinamide riboside, NR, and nicotinamide mononucleotide, NMN, are precursors to NAD+ and are being investigated for their potential to boost NAD+ levels and promote healthy aging. Early studies suggest potential benefits for metabolic health, cognitive function, and muscle health, but more robust human trials are needed. Finally, the gut microbiota, the trillions of microorganisms residing in our intestines, is increasingly recognized as a critical player in healthy aging and longevity. A balanced and diverse gut microbiota is essential for optimal digestion, nutrient absorption, immune function, and even mental well-being. Research is revealing the profound impact of gut microbiota composition on age-related diseases, including inflammation, obesity, and neurodegenerative disorders. Strategies to promote a healthy gut microbiota, such as consuming a fiber-rich diet, fermented foods, and potentially probiotics, are gaining prominence in preventive care and longevity approaches. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, Benjamin Franklin. This timeless adage resonates deeply with the principles of modern preventive care. By embracing regular screenings, understanding our biomarkers, navigating hormonal health wisely, and exploring emerging longevity trends, we can move beyond simply reacting to illness and actively cultivate a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. Preventive care, empowered by modern science, is not just about avoiding disease. It's about proactively building well-being and maximizing our potential for a fulfilling lifespan. Emotional and social vitality, nourishing your inner self and connections. In our fast-paced, often demanding world, it's easy to prioritize the tangible aspects of health, diet, exercise, and sleep. However, true well-being encompasses far more than just physical health. At the heart of a fulfilling and vibrant life lies emotional and social vitality. These intertwined elements are the invisible threads that weave together a tapestry of happiness, resilience, and longevity. They are the fuel that powers us through challenges, the warmth that comforts us in solitude, and the joy that amplifies our triumphs. Ignoring our emotional and social needs is akin to neglecting a vital organ. The consequences can be profound and far-reaching. This article delves into the crucial components of emotional and social vitality, exploring the power of relationships and the imperative of purpose in crafting a life that is not just long, but deeply, meaningfully lived. The power of relationships. Humans are inherently social creatures. From our earliest days, we thrive on connection, interaction, and belonging. These social bonds are not merely pleasant additions to life. They are fundamental necessities for our physical and mental health. The science is compelling. Robust social connections are a cornerstone of a healthy and long life, while their absence can be devastating. Social connections. Why loneliness is as deadly as smoking. The notion that loneliness is simply an unpleasant feeling is dangerously outdated. Mounting research has revealed a stark and alarming truth. Chronic loneliness is as detrimental to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day or being obese. Studies have linked social isolation to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, Alzheimer's disease, depression, anxiety, and a weakened immune system. Loneliness triggers a cascade of stress hormones in the body, leading to inflammation, elevated blood pressure, and disrupted sleep patterns. It is not just the quantity of social interactions that matters. The quality of our relationships is equally, if not more, important. Feeling isolated and disconnected, even amidst numerous superficial acquaintances, can be deeply damaging. Why is this the case? Our social networks provide us with crucial emotional support, a sense of belonging and practical help in times of need. They offer a buffer against stress, a source of joy and laughter, and a sounding board for our thoughts and feelings. When these vital supports are absent, we are left vulnerable and exposed. Building and maintaining meaningful connections is therefore not a luxury, but a critical investment in our overall health and well-being. This means actively nurturing existing relationships, reaching out to reconnect with old friends, and being open to forming new bonds. It could involve joining a club, volunteering in your community, engaging in group activities, or simply making a conscious effort to have deeper conversations with those around you. Combating loneliness requires intentionality and effort, but the rewards are immeasurable: a healthier heart, a sharper mind, and a more vibrant life. Cultivating intergenerational friendships. While friendships with people in our own age group are invaluable, there is a unique richness and transformative potential in cultivating intergenerational friendships. These bonds, spanning across age gaps, offer a myriad of benefits for both younger and older individuals. For older adults, friendships with younger people can bring a renewed sense of vitality, keeping them engaged with current trends, technologies, and perspectives. It can combat feelings of isolation, provide a sense of purpose through mentoring and sharing life wisdom, and even offer practical assistance with tasks that become more challenging with age. Younger individuals, on the other hand, can gain invaluable mentorship, historical perspective, and emotional support from older friends. They can learn from the lived experiences of those who have navigated life's challenges, gain insights into different eras and ways of life, and develop a deeper appreciation for different generations. Breaking down age barriers in friendship requires open-mindedness and a willingness to connect with people based on shared interests, values, and mutual respect, rather than solely on age similarity. This could involve volunteering together, participating in community projects that bring different generations together, or simply being open to conversations and interactions with people of all ages in your daily life. Intergenerational friendships enrich our lives in profound ways, broadening our horizons, challenging our perspectives, and creating a more connected and compassionate society. They remind us that wisdom and companionship are not confined by age, but are treasures to be found in people of all generations. Purpose and passion. Beyond the essential need for connection, another pillar of emotional and social vitality is having a sense of purpose and passion in life. This intrinsic drive, this feeling that our lives matter and that we are contributing something meaningful to the world, is a powerful motivator and a vital ingredient for overall well-being. Without purpose, life can feel directionless, monotonous, and even meaningless. This sense of purposelessness can be particularly pronounced during life transitions, such as retirement, when traditional roles and responsibilities may diminish. However, retirement, and indeed any stage of life, can be a time to rediscover, redefine, and reignite our passions and purpose. finding meaning post-retirement, volunteering, hobbies, and lifelong learning. Retirement, often eagerly anticipated, can paradoxically lead to feelings of emptiness and a loss of identity for some individuals. The absence of a structured work schedule and the familiar routines of employment can create a void that needs to be filled with new sources of meaning and engagement. Fortunately, retirement presents a unique opportunity to reimagine purpose and explore activities that bring joy, fulfillment, and a sense of contribution. Volunteering is a powerful avenue for finding meaning in retirement. By dedicating time and skills to causes we care about, we not only make a positive impact in the world, but also experience a profound sense of purpose and connection. Whether it's working with children, animals, environmental conservation, or social justice initiatives, volunteering provides a sense of belonging, social interaction, and the satisfaction of making a tangible difference. Pursuing hobbies is another essential element in cultivating purpose and passion in retirement. Hobbies are activities we engage in purely for pleasure and enjoyment, and they are crucial for maintaining a sense of vitality and personal fulfillment. Retirement offers the time and freedom to delve into long-neglected passions or explore entirely new interests. Whether it's painting, gardening, playing a musical instrument, writing, or engaging in outdoor activities, hobbies provide mental stimulation, creative outlets, and a sense of personal accomplishment. Lifelong learning is also a vital component of a purposeful and vibrant retirement. The quest for knowledge and new skills keeps our minds sharp, engaged, and adaptable. Enrolling in courses, joining book clubs, attending lectures, or exploring online learning platforms can be incredibly enriching and fulfilling. Learning not only expands our intellectual horizons, but also provides opportunities for social interaction and personal growth. By embracing volunteering, hobbies, and lifelong learning, retirees can craft a post-work life that is rich in purpose, passion, and ongoing personal development. The Ikigai concept, Japanese secrets to a purposeful life. The Japanese concept of Ikigai offers a powerful framework for understanding and cultivating a purposeful life at any age. Often translated as a reason for being or a purpose in life, Ikigai is about finding the intersection of four key elements. What you love, what activities and passions truly ignite your soul and bring you joy. What you are good at, what are your talents and skills, what do you excel at naturally or through training? What the world needs. How can you use your skills and passions to contribute to the greater good and address needs in your community or the world? What you can be paid for. While not always essential, considering how your passions and skills can also provide sustenance or financial stability can add another dimension to Ikigai. Finding your Ikigai is a journey of self-discovery and exploration. It may involve introspection, experimentation, and a willingness to try new things. It's not necessarily about finding one grand, overarching purpose, but rather about identifying the smaller, daily activities and engagements that bring you joy, purpose, and a sense of contribution. Embracing the Ikigai concept encourages us to live intentionally, aligning our actions with our values and passions, and creating a life that is both meaningful to ourselves and beneficial to others. It reminds us that purpose is not a destination to be reached, but a way of living, a continuous process of discovery and engagement. Yes, the human heart is a resilient and magnificent thing. Kristen Hanna. Emotional and social vitality are not merely desirable traits, but fundamental requirements for a flourishing life. By consciously nurturing our relationships, seeking meaningful connections, and actively pursuing our purpose and passions, we cultivate a wellspring of resilience, joy, and overall well-being. Prioritizing these often overlooked aspects of health allows us to not just survive, but truly thrive, creating a life that is rich, vibrant, and deeply fulfilling at every stage. Aging gracefully in the modern world, a holistic guide to thriving through the years. In a world obsessed with youth and perpetually chasing the fountain of it, the concept of aging gracefully often gets lost in the noise. We are bombarded with images of flawless complexions and promises of reversing time, leading to a skewed perception of what it means to grow older. True graceful aging isn't about fighting the inevitable, but rather embracing the journey with intention, knowledge, and resilience. It's about cultivating a holistic approach that encompasses physical well-being, mental fortitude, and financial security. This article delves into key aspects of aging gracefully in the modern world, focusing on skincare, financial preparedness, and cognitive health, offering practical insights and dispelling common misconceptions along the way. Skincare and aesthetics, nurturing your skin through time. Our skin, the largest organ of our body, is often the first to show signs of aging. While the allure of youthful skin is undeniable, focusing solely on chasing away wrinkles can be a misguided approach. Instead, a more balanced perspective emphasizes skin health and protection. Within the realm of skincare and aesthetics, one product stands out as the cornerstone of graceful aging. Sunscreen, the ultimate anti-aging product. It might sound too simple, but sunscreen is arguably the most potent and accessible anti-aging weapon in our arsenal. Years of research unequivocally demonstrate that sun exposure is the primary culprit behind premature skin aging, leading to wrinkles, sunspots, uneven texture, and even skin cancer. Ultraviolet, UV, radiation from the sun breaks down collagen and elastin, the structural proteins that keep our skin firm and elastic. Incorporating sunscreen into your daily routine, regardless of the weather or season, is a non-negotiable step in preserving skin health and youthfulness. Opt for a broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher that protects against both UVA and UVB rays. Remember to apply it liberally and reapply every 2 hours, especially after swimming or sweating. Think of sunscreen not just as a cosmetic product, but as a vital preventative measure for lifelong skin health. Debunking myths about anti-aging creams and procedures. The beauty industry is saturated with products and procedures promising to reverse aging, often at exorbitant costs. While advancements in skincare technology are undeniable, it's crucial to approach anti-aging claims with a healthy dose of skepticism. Many myths surround these offerings, leading to unrealistic expectations and potential disappointments. One common myth is that anti-aging creams can erase wrinkles overnight. The reality is that topical creams, even those with potent ingredients like retinoids or peptides, work gradually and address aging signs over time with consistent use. They can improve skin texture, hydration, and even diminish the appearance of fine lines, but they are not miracle cures capable of eliminating deep wrinkles instantly. Another myth revolves around the notion that expensive procedures are the only effective way to combat aging. While procedures like Botox, fillers, and lasers can provide noticeable rejuvenation, they are not without risks, costs, and downtime. Furthermore, they are not necessary for everyone and can sometimes lead to unnatural-looking results if overdone. A balanced approach prioritizes consistent skincare, healthy lifestyle habits, and realistic expectations. Choosing procedures, if desired, should be an informed decision made in consultation with a qualified dermatologist or esthetician, focusing on enhancing natural beauty rather than striving for an unattainable, ageless ideal. It's about aging well, not looking like you're not aging at all. Financial and mental resilience, building a foundation for the future. Aging gracefully extends far beyond physical appearance. Financial security and mental well-being are equally crucial pillars for a fulfilling later life. Planning for the future, particularly in terms of health care and potential cognitive decline, is not only responsible but also empowering. Planning for healthcare costs and long-term care. Healthcare costs tend to rise as we age, and the prospect of needing long-term care can be daunting both emotionally and financially. Proactive planning for these potential expenses is essential for maintaining peace of mind and ensuring access to necessary care without depleting savings. Start by understanding your current and potential future healthcare needs. Research health insurance options, including Medicare and supplemental plans, to ensure adequate coverage. Consider long-term care insurance, which can help offset the significant costs associated with nursing homes, assisted living facilities, or in-home care. Explore different savings and investment strategies specifically designed for healthcare expenses, such as health savings accounts, HSAs. Beyond financial products, adopt healthy lifestyle habits that can positively impact your long-term health and reduce the likelihood of needing extensive medical care. This includes a balanced diet, regular exercise, stress management techniques, and preventive health screenings. Being proactive about your health is an investment that pays dividends in the long run, both financially and in terms of quality of life. Cognitive decline, legal and financial safeguards. Cognitive decline, including conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's disease, is a significant concern as we age. Planning for the possibility of impaired cognitive function is a crucial aspect of responsible aging. Establishing legal and financial safeguards while you are still capable of making sound decisions can protect your well-being and ensure your wishes are respected in the future. Legal safeguards include creating essential documents such as a durable power of attorney, a living will, and a healthcare proxy, also known as a medical power of attorney. A durable power of attorney designates someone you trust to manage your financial and legal affairs if you become incapacitated. A living will outlines your wishes regarding medical treatment, particularly end-of-life care. A healthcare proxy appoints someone to make medical decisions on your behalf if you are unable to do so. Financial safeguards involve establishing trusts and carefully planning your estate to protect your assets and ensure they are distributed according to your wishes. Consult with an estate planning attorney to create a comprehensive plan that addresses your specific needs and circumstances. Having these legal and financial safeguards in place provides peace of mind, knowing that you have taken proactive steps to protect yourself and your loved ones in the event of cognitive decline. Initiating these conversations and planning early, while you are in good health and cognitive function, is a sign of strength and foresight, not weakness. In conclusion, aging gracefully in the modern world is about embracing a holistic approach that values not just outward appearances, but also inner well-being and future security. It's about nurturing your skin with consistent sun protection and realistic skincare expectations. It's about building financial resilience to navigate healthcare costs and plan for potential long-term care needs. And it's about establishing legal and financial safeguards to protect yourself in the face of cognitive decline. Aging is a privilege, and by taking a proactive and informed approach, we can not only age gracefully, but also thrive through every stage of life. Beautiful young people are accidents of nature, but beautiful old people are works of art. Eleanor Roosevelt. This quote beautifully encapsulates the essence of aging gracefully. It's a process of cultivation, experience, and inner growth that transforms us into works of art, more beautiful and complex with each passing year. Embrace the journey, invest in yourself, and age gracefully with wisdom and resilience. Actionable wisdom, unlocking longevity and vitality. The quest for a longer, healthier life has captivated humanity for centuries. We are naturally drawn to the stories of centenarians, individuals who have not only reached the milestone of 100 years, but often thrive with remarkable vitality. Their lives, stretching across a century of change, are rich tapestries woven with daily habits, cultural rituals, and a resilient spirit. But longevity isn't some elusive lottery. It's an art form sculpted by choices, many of which are within our grasp. This article dives into actionable wisdom gleaned from centenarians and longevity research, providing a roadmap for you to cultivate your own path towards a vibrant, fulfilling long life. Daily habits of centenarians. What do centenarians do differently? While genetics undoubtedly play a role, studies consistently point towards lifestyle factors as the primary determinants of longevity. Across the globe, from the sun-kissed shores of Icaria, Greece, to the mountainous terrains of Sardinia, Italy, centenarians share remarkable similarities in their daily routines. Firstly, movement is woven into their everyday tapestry. They don't necessarily run marathons or spend hours in gyms. Instead, they engage in natural movement, gardening, walking, farming, and simply taking the stairs. This constant, moderate activity keeps their bodies resilient and functional without the strain of excessive workouts. Secondly, their diets are predominantly plant-based. While not strictly vegetarian, centenarian diets are rich in fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Meat, especially processed meat, is consumed sparingly, often as a celebratory treat rather than a daily staple. They prioritize whole, unprocessed foods packed with nutrients and fiber, fueling their bodies with nature's bounty. Thirdly, strong social connections are a cornerstone of their lives. Centenarians are deeply embedded in their families and communities. They prioritize face-to-face interactions, nurture relationships, and cultivate a sense of belonging. These social bonds provide emotional support, combat loneliness, and contribute to overall well-being. Finally, and perhaps most intriguingly, many centenarians possess a strong sense of purpose. Whether it's tending to their gardens, caring for grandchildren, or contributing to their community, they have a reason to get up in the morning, a driving force that keeps them engaged and motivated. This sense of purpose, often referred to as ikigai in Japan or purpose grand in Nicoya, Costa Rica, provides a powerful buffer against stress and gives life meaning across the decades. From Okinawa to Sardinia, rituals for longevity. Delving deeper, observing specific regions known as blue zones, areas with exceptionally high concentrations of centenarians, reveals unique cultural rituals that foster longevity. Okinawa, Japan, for instance, emphasizes moe, close-knit groups of friends who support each other throughout life, and hara hachibu, a practice of eating until only 80% full. Their diet is rich in purple sweet potatoes, tofu, and bitter melon, foods packed with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Sardinia, Italy, particularly its mountainous region, boasts a diet rich in whole-grain sourdough bread, cheese from grass-fed sheep, and Cannonau wine, a red wine uniquely high in polyphenols. Family values are deeply ingrained, with multiple generations often living together, fostering strong intergenerational support and reducing social isolation. The shepherd lifestyle, demanding daily physical activity in the open air, further contributes to their vitality. Icaria, Greece, an island in the Aegean Sea, showcases a Mediterranean diet rich in olive oil, vegetables, fruits, and legumes. Daily naps, a relaxed pace of life, and a strong sense of community are intertwined with their culture, promoting stress reduction and social cohesion. These blue zones, while geographically disparate, share common threads: natural movement, plant-centric diets, strong social connections, and a sense of purpose. They showcase that longevity isn't about expensive treatments or complicated regimens, but about embracing fundamental lifestyle principles deeply rooted in their cultures. The 80-20 rule: balance indulgence and discipline. The path to longevity isn't paved with rigid restriction, but with sustainable habits. The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, offers a practical approach. It suggests that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Applied to healthy aging, this means focusing on consistent healthy habits 80% of the time, allowing for flexibility and indulgence in the remaining 20%. This isn't about deprivation, but about balance. It acknowledges that life is to be enjoyed and that occasional treats are part of a fulfilling existence. Striving for perfection can be unsustainable and lead to burnout. Instead, focus on consistently making healthy choices in your diet, exercise routine, and stress management techniques most of the time, allowing for occasional indulgences without guilt. This approach promotes long-term adherence and makes healthy living a sustainable lifestyle rather than a temporary diet or rigid regime. Avoiding common pitfalls, sedentary lifestyles, and ultra-processed foods. In our modern world, two significant pitfalls can derail our longevity journey: sedentary lifestyles and ultra-processed foods. Prolonged sitting, a hallmark of modern office jobs and screen-centric leisure, is detrimental to health. It slows metabolism, increases the risk of chronic diseases, and weakens muscles and bones. Counteracting this requires conscious effort to incorporate movement throughout the day. Taking short breaks to walk, standing while working, and choosing stairs over elevators are simple yet powerful strategies. Ultra-processed foods, making up a significant portion of many Western diets, are engineered for palatability and shelf life, not health. They are typically high in sugar, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives, while being low in essential nutrients and fiber. Regular consumption of these foods is linked to inflammation, weight gain, and increased risk of chronic diseases, accelerating the aging process. Prioritizing whole, unprocessed foods and cooking at home are crucial steps in mitigating the harmful effects of ultra-processed foods. Overcoming ageist stereotypes. Ageism, the prejudice and discrimination based on age, is a pervasive societal issue that can negatively impact our own perception of aging and, consequently, our health. Negative stereotypes about aging, frailty, decline, and irrelevance can become self-fulfilling prophecies. Challenging ageist stereotypes is crucial for cultivating a positive mindset towards aging. We need to recognize that aging is not synonymous with decline, but a natural phase of life offering unique opportunities for growth, wisdom, and fulfillment. Focusing on what we can do rather than what we cannot do due to age, celebrating the accumulated experience and wisdom of older adults, and reframing aging as a journey of continued development are vital steps in overcoming ageism. Embracing a positive outlook towards aging itself can be a powerful longevity booster. Your personalized aging plan. Longevity is not a one-size-fits-all prescription, but a personalized journey. Crafting your own aging plan requires self-awareness and incremental action. Self-assessment tools. Where do you stand? Start by honestly assessing your current lifestyle. Consider the following questions. Diet. How much of your diet consists of whole, unprocessed foods versus processed foods? Are you consuming enough fruits, vegetables, and fiber? Movement. How active are you daily? Do you incorporate regular physical activity into your routine beyond structured workouts? Stress management. How do you manage stress? Do you have healthy coping mechanisms? Social connections. How strong are your social connections? Do you feel connected to your community? Purpose. Do you have a sense of purpose and meaning in your life? Reflecting on these areas will provide a baseline and highlight areas for improvement. Numerous online health risk assessments can offer further insights, but remember, these are general tools, and personalized advice from healthcare professionals is always recommended. Creating a 30-day roadmap for incremental changes. Sustainable change happens gradually. Don't attempt to overhaul your entire life overnight. Instead, focus on making small, incremental changes over 30 days. Here's a sample roadmap. Week 1. Focus on hydration and vegetable intake. Start by drinking more water daily and adding 1 extra serving of vegetables to each meal. Week 2. Incorporate 15 minutes of daily walking. Find a time slot to include a 15-minute walk in your day. Week 3. Strengthen social connections. Reach out to a friend or family member you haven't spoken to recently and schedule a call or visit. Week 4. Implement a stress reduction technique. Try meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply spending 15 minutes each day in quiet reflection. This is just a starting point. Tailor your 30-day roadmap to your specific needs and focus on making changes that are realistic and sustainable for you. Celebrate small victories and adjust your roadmap as needed. Consistency, not perfection, is the key. Conclusion. Longevity is not about chasing immortality, but about maximizing the vitality and quality of the years we have. The actionable wisdom gleaned from centenarians and longevity research paints a clear picture. A life rich in movement, nourished by whole foods, strengthened by social connections, and driven by purpose is a life poised for longevity. Start with self-assessment, embrace incremental changes, and remember that every small, consistent step you take towards a healthier lifestyle is an investment in a longer, more vibrant future. The power to cultivate longevity lies within your daily choices. Small daily improvements over time lead to stunning results. Robin Sharma.
Aging is a journey, not a destination. Life, in its grand tapestry, is a continuous unfolding, a journey marked by seasons of change and growth. We often think of aging as a countdown, a gradual decline from a peak of vitality. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we embraced aging not as a destination to be feared, but as an ongoing journey to be savored, learned from, and navigated with grace and intention? As George Bernard Shaw wisely stated, we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. This sentiment encapsulates the essence of living fully at every stage of life. Aging isn't about subtracting years, but adding wisdom, experience, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. It's about embracing the present moment while building a future grounded in health, resilience, and connection. This video explores the multifaceted journey of aging, focusing on key pillars that empower us to navigate this process with vitality and joy. We'll delve into accepting change, building resilience, understanding the intergenerational impact of health, and incorporating practical, actionable steps into our daily lives to support well-being at every age. Embracing impermanence while nurturing resilience. One of the fundamental truths of life is impermanence. Everything changes, evolves, and transforms. Our bodies, minds, and circumstances are not static entities, but rather dynamic processes in constant flux. As we age, this reality becomes increasingly apparent. Physical changes, shifts in roles, and evolving relationships are all part of the natural progression. Fighting against this inherent impermanence is a path to frustration and suffering. Instead, The key lies in embracing impermanence while simultaneously nurturing resilience. Embracing impermanence means acknowledging and accepting the changes that come with age. It's about recognizing that youthful exuberance may evolve into seasoned wisdom, that physical strength may shift forms, and that new chapters will unfold. This acceptance is not passive resignation, but rather an active choice to flow with the river of life, rather than constantly swimming against the current. Resilience, on the other hand, is our capacity to bounce back from challenges, to adapt to change, and to maintain our well-being in the face of adversity. It's the inner strength that allows us to navigate the inevitable bumps along the road of life, including those associated with aging. Resilience is not an innate trait, but rather a skill that can be cultivated and strengthened throughout our lives. Building resilience as we age involves several key strategies. Cultivating mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness, whether through meditation, yoga, or simply taking moments of mindful breathing throughout the day, helps us become more present and accepting of our current reality. It allows us to observe changes without judgment and respond with greater calm and clarity. Maintaining social connections. Strong social networks are vital for emotional and mental well-being at all ages, but particularly as we get older. Nurturing relationships with family, friends, and community members provides support, reduces isolation, and fosters a sense of belonging. Engaging in meaningful activities. Finding purpose and meaning in our lives is crucial for resilience. This could involve pursuing hobbies, volunteering, learning new skills, or engaging in activities that bring us joy and a sense of accomplishment. Prioritizing self-care. Taking care of our physical and emotional needs is paramount. This includes getting adequate sleep, eating nutritious food, engaging in regular physical activity, and practicing stress management techniques. Developing a growth mindset. Adopting a growth mindset, which believes that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work, helps us view challenges as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than as insurmountable obstacles. By embracing the impermanent nature of life and actively cultivating our resilience, we can transform the aging process from a source of anxiety into a journey of continued growth, adaptation, and profound personal evolution. The legacy of health. Passing wisdom to future generations. Our health journey is not just an individual endeavor. It's also a legacy that we pass on to future generations. The habits we cultivate, the knowledge we embrace, and the values we prioritize regarding health and well-being have a ripple effect, extending far beyond our own lives. We are, in essence, health role models for those younger than us. And the wisdom we gain throughout our aging journey is a precious gift to share. This legacy encompasses both tangible and intangible aspects. Tangibly, our lifestyle choices, what we eat, how we move, and how we manage stress influence the health environment and habits of our families, especially children and grandchildren. Children learn by observing, and they are more likely to adopt healthy behaviors if they see them modeled consistently by their parents and grandparents. Intangibly, we pass on our attitudes towards health, our understanding of the body-mind connection, and our resilience in the face of health challenges. Passing on this legacy requires conscious effort and intention. It's about sharing our experiences, openly communicating our health journeys, both successes and challenges, is invaluable. Sharing stories about overcoming health obstacles, learning to manage chronic conditions, or adopting healthier habits can inspire and educate younger generations. Teaching practical skills. Equipping younger generations with practical health skills, such as cooking nutritious meals, engaging in physical activity, practicing mindfulness techniques, and managing stress, empowers them to take control of their own well-being. Promoting healthy values. Instilling values like self-care, preventative health, and the importance of balance in life sets a strong foundation for lifelong well-being. Encouraging a holistic approach to health, encompassing physical, mental, and emotional aspects, is crucial. Creating healthy environments. Actively fostering healthy home and community environments supports positive health behaviors. This includes making healthy food choices readily available, creating opportunities for physical activity, and promoting open communication about health. Being positive role models. Perhaps the most powerful way to pass on a legacy of health is to embody healthy living ourselves. By prioritizing our own well-being, we demonstrate the value we place on health and inspire those around us to do the same. By consciously embracing our role as health legacy builders, we not only enhance our own aging journey, but also contribute to a healthier and more vibrant future for generations to come. Sample meal plans for different ages. Nutrition is a cornerstone of healthy aging at every stage of life. While individual dietary needs vary based on activity levels, health conditions, and personal preferences, some general principles remain consistent across age groups. Here are sample meal plans focusing on balanced nutrition for different life stages. Note, these are simplified examples and not intended as personalized dietary advice. Consult with a healthcare professional or registered dietitian for tailored recommendations. Adulthood, ages 30 to 50. Breakfast, smoothie with spinach, banana, protein powder, and almond milk. Lunch, quinoa salad with grilled chicken or chickpeas, mixed vegetables, and a light vinaigrette. Snack, hard-boiled egg, a pear. Dinner, salmon baked with herbs, brown rice, and steamed asparagus. Snack, small portion of dark chocolate, herbal tea. Focus, maintaining energy levels. Supporting muscle mass, managing stress, preventing chronic disease. Senior years, ages 70 plus. Breakfast, scrambled eggs with spinach and whole wheat toast. Lunch, lentil soup with whole grain bread and a side salad. Snack, cottage cheese with peaches. Dinner, baked cod with mashed sweet potatoes and green beans. Snack, small handful of walnuts, herbal tea. Focus, maintaining bone and muscle mass, supporting cognitive function, ensuring adequate nutrient intake with potentially reduced appetite, easy-to-digest meals. These sample plans emphasize whole foods, lean protein, fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats. Adjusting portion sizes and specific food choices based on individual needs is crucial. The key is to prioritize balanced nutrition throughout life to support optimal health and well-being as we age. 10-minute daily mobility routines. Maintaining mobility is essential for healthy aging, preserving independence, and enhancing quality of life. Incorporating even short bursts of movement into our daily routine can make a significant difference. Here are examples of 10-minute daily mobility routines suitable for different levels. Always consult with a healthcare professional before starting a new exercise routine, especially if you have any underlying health conditions. Routine 1. Gentle morning mobilizer. Neck rolls, 1 minute. Gentle circular motions, forward and backward. Shoulder rolls, 2 minutes. Forward and backward rotations, focusing on loosening tension. Arm circles, 2 minutes. Small and large arm circles, forward and backward. Hip circles, 2 minutes. Gentle hip rotations in both directions. Ankle circles and toe points, 3 minutes. Rotate ankles clockwise and counterclockwise. Point and flex toes. Routine 2. Standing mobility boost. Standing cat-cow, 2 minutes. Gentle spinal flexion and extension while standing. Hands on hips for support. Leg swings, 2 minutes. Forward and backward leg swings, holding onto a chair for balance if needed. Side leg swings, 2 minutes. Side-to-side leg swings. Calf raises, 2 minutes. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart. Raise up onto toes and lower slowly. Marching in place, 2 minutes. High knees, engaging core muscles. Routine 3. Chair-based mobility focus. Seated neck stretches, 2 minutes. Gentle ear-to-shoulder tilts, chin to chest. Seated torso twists, 2 minutes. Gentle twists from side to side, using the chair back for support. Seated leg extensions, 2 minutes. Extend one leg at a time, flexing foot. Seated ankle pumps and circles, 2 minutes. Pump ankles up and down, rotate ankles. Seated finger and wrist exercises, 2 minutes. Finger stretches, wrist circles. Making fists and releasing. These routines are designed to be adaptable to various fitness levels and can be modified as needed. The key is consistency. Making mobility a daily habit, even for just 10 minutes, contributes significantly to maintaining flexibility, balance, and overall physical well-being as we journey through the years. Conclusion: aging is indeed a journey, a continuous process of learning, adapting, and growing. By embracing impermanence, nurturing resilience, understanding the intergenerational impact of health, prioritizing nutrition, and incorporating daily mobility, we can navigate this journey with vitality, grace, and joy. It's about shifting our mindset from fearing the destination to appreciating and actively participating in the richness of the path itself. Let us choose to play, to learn, to connect, and to thrive at every stage of this incredible adventure we call life, remembering always that aging is not a decline, but a continuous unfolding of our potential.